Tier list time. What is up, Pokepals? We are going through Gen 4. Been opening the packs on the Pokemon TCG for Gen 4 and realizing...
Now that's quality content. That's the kind of stuff that I can really appreciate. I stand by this and whatever this is.
Turtwig is S tier. Freaking love Turtwig. Ash's Turtwig was dope. Grotle is like, I'm just kind of like here. It's a little bit of like that awkward middle child syndrome thing. I would say I like Grotle probably about as much as Venusaur. Torterra I definitely like more than Venusaur, so it goes a little bit higher up. But I do like Torterra as a whole. Its concept is really cool. Chimchar is S. And then, oddly enough, I feel like I like Monferno more than Chimchar. It doesn't happen too horribly often with starters, but like Grovyle is one of the only other ones that I can really think of. But I like Monferno a little bit more than Chimchar. And Monferno doesn't feel like it suffers from middle child syndrome, which is like, oh, this is just like a stopgap before we get to the final evolution. It feels like Monferno has its own design, its own thing, its own character. And while yes, it does build further on that character to get to Infernape, it feels not like awkward middle child. Like Piplup, Don Piplup was the GOAT. Piplup in general just really freaking cool, but then you get to Prinplup, and it's like, I put it about it Grotle. It's like, I like it just fine, but... And then Empoleon is like a freaking war jet that swims underwater. I don't even know what's going on with this, but it's honestly pretty cool. Starly is S tier. One of my favorite freaking starting birds. But Staravia, kind of a bit of an awkward child middle syndrome thing going on, but it works well enough. And then Staraptor. Oh my gosh, Staraptor's like a friggin' 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 20 out of 10. One of the greatest. Bidoof, I feel like I have always been on Bidoof, but as he's taken meme culture and become like the god in the Pokemon community, I've grown to like him more. And then like Bidoof Day, they made that Bidoof song and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, I like Bidoof now. The memery has been so freaking cool. That being said, Bibarel, I don't know exactly how people would pronounce this. I'm just neutral. Honestly, I'm just neutral. Like, they're fine. Like, Bidoof would probably be here too if there wasn't... Actually, Bidoof would probably be like white. Just because it is so cute, even outside of the memes and stuff. But then you get to the memes and all the other stuff going on. It's cool. Kricketot, I'm just neutral. Cricketune, I kind of like it. The metronome like cricket vibe, like, because crickets can seem pretty metronomy, like they're just on the same steady rhythm the whole time. It's a cool concept, and he does look like he's about to slice you to pick up. He's got like a old man Scyther vibe, basically. He's pretty cool. Shinx, I like Shinx. I would not go higher than like, I don't feel like, and same with Luxio. And then Luxray is higher, but I would say just A tier, because there's a lot of other electrics that I just like better. Luxray is cool though. I cannot fault anybody if they really freaking like Luxray. But I'm just kind of like neutral. It's just like, I don't need a baby Pokemon in Roselia. It's fine. Roserade, however, is S tier. Really, really freaking like Roserade. That is just a freaking cool ass update for Roselia, who I already kind of liked in the original, but she was just like okay. And then I always recalled that she always felt a little weak, you know, whenever you try and use her. So then they get to Roserade, and it's just like, yeah, thank you for that. Freaking Roserade's cool. And then we got Cranidos. I like Cranidos. And same with Rampardos. They're both just like I want to put them like super freaking high up, but I don't think they're bad. I think they're pretty good. And like the glass cannon vibe that they got going on, it fits the aesthetic of those ram-headed dinosaurs just super well. Shieldon, I think I'm gonna put it in the same tier. I have a hard time saying I don't like them. I've ran Bastiodon and competitively in Pokemon Go as well as in the main series games, and I've always liked him tank wise, so I like them well enough. They're okay. This one, I'm just like eh. Same with Wormadam. The other forms, it's a cool enough concept. Actually, we'll go to neutral with Wormadam. But Burmy, I really don't care. All the we'll go to eh. We'll go to eh. I don't really care for Burmy as a whole, and Wormadam is just like she's cool enough, but eh. And then the multi evolution. This is the one I'm actually forgetting the name, but I do think I like it a little bit. I'm spacing the name, however, so there's that. Let's just go look it up real quick. It's Boy Burmy is evolved into this. I want to say like Behemoth or something, but Mothim. See, I knew it was like something so basic. Gen 4 and beyond is probably about where my knowledge really starts to shake just a little bit, but it's not until like way later where it gets very shaky. So Comey is, I like Comey. And then Vespiquen is A tier for sure. I really like Vespiquen. Very cool concept. I like the whole males don't evolve and the female does. The typical bee queen type of vibe, and then it has some really cool like unique moves dealing with ordering bees around and stuff. So I like Vespiquen overall. Very cool concept overall. And I like a little bit more than Beedrill. But I do have Mega Beedrill up here, so. Pachirisu is like a goat of all goats, man. Pachirisu S tier, easy S tier. Like there's no ifs, there's no ands, there's no buts about Pachirisu in the S tier. S tier. And then Weasel is again, no ifs, no ands, no buts. Nope, that's the wrong tier. S tier. Floatzel, I would say probably just at A. I like Weasel more than Floatzel. But Floatzel's fine and really freaking cool. I almost lean towards just putting it in S, but it's just like whatever. Cherubi, I'm neutral on. Cherim, I do like. I like Cherim. I think Bellossen's cooler, so there's that. Shellos is just like neutral. I'd say I'm not like super like, whoa, Shellos is so amazing. Same with Gastrodon. They're just like, I'm neutral. They're more mud boys. They're fine. The two regional thing, or what side of the world they live on, is kind of cool, but it's just okay. Ambipom, I would say maybe S tier. You know, I'm feeling bad about this Floatzel thing, honestly. Where did I put Apom? Apom's in light. So yeah, Ambipom was honestly just here. The mustache on Ambipom is like the main thing where I'm like, that feels weird, but also what else would they do with its face to not make it look so overly plain? I like Drifloon, simply for the fact that its lore gets a little dark. Like, its whole concept is snatching the souls of children and stuff. It's like... And Drifblim, kind of cool just by extension. They're just fine. Buniri, Dawn's Buniri was pretty freaking cool. Buniri in general, though, S tier. Really like the concept, really like the attitude of the Pokemon. I also really like Lopunny. And then what sells Lopunny even more is Mega Lopunny, like fighting game character. Like this should be a character in a fighting game type of vibe. Just really freaking cool concept overall. And then Miss Magius is honestly S tier. Really freaking cool way to update Mischievous. Like really freaking cool. I really like that. And then same with Honchkrow. Like Murkrow's always been cool, man, but then they made Honchkrow and it's just like, yep, this is it. This is freaking legit. Glameow, I'm just like neutral on. I'd say I'm actually like. And then Perugly, man, you took Glameow, which looks fair enough. Actually, yeah, this is up here, and this is in here. It is what it is. It's, I don't care that much about it. Chingling, you're cute, so we put you in light. Not much higher though, because it's a baby Pokemon. Whatever. Stunky, honestly, is neutral. And Skuntank, I actually like Skuntank's look. It's like Stunky is probably a little bit cooler than Skuntank, but Skuntank to me feels correct. This to me just, I don't know. I can't explain that. If you have any comments on that, feel free to lay them out. These two are just like I don't care that much. Bonsly, I'm just neutral. It's fine, but it's a baby. Same with Mime Jr. Same with Happiny. They're just unneeded babies. It is what it is. Like whatever, man. Chatot, freaking easy S tier. Chatot all day, every day. Chatot's freaking awesome. Spiritomb, I like Spiritomb. More of the dark ghost thing. Before Fairy came out, they didn't have a weakness basically. They're cool overall. I do like Spiritomb. The concept is really cool, and then like the rarity that they had, like the way that you had to get them was just like kind of crazy. And then Gibble, I like Gibble. Pretty cool. Gabite is kind of a cool middle evolution. I put that up there. And then Garchomp, it's like, do you even have to think about Garchomp, man? Garchomp is just like the easiest S tier to S tier ever. Yeah, S tier. And then same with Mega Garchomp. It just takes the deadliness of Garchomp and then like dials it up a bit. Freaking cool concept, dude. Munchlax is a baby Pokemon I actually appreciated. It always felt like it worked well. I mean, all of the baby Pokemon kind of work well, but like Munchlax in the show especially, and how it was like a tease for the fourth season, but it was like in the third season, the third series of Pokemon very early on, like just a cool Pokemon overall. It's fine. I would say I still don't like the fact that there's a baby. For Snorlax, it's just like, I don't need the babies much. Like the only baby I've ever been like, yeah, that one's sick for the most part is Pichu. And then like Electkid and Magby are okay, but then like, I don't know, man. I feel like they've kind of moved away from making babies for Pokemon. Riolu is A tier, Lucario is S tier. I don't know if anyone would ever feel the need to debate about that, but it is what it is. Lucario's just freaking cool, dude. And in the game, in Smash Bros. And the anime, Lucario's really freaking cool. And then Mega Lucario just like upsells what Lucario's already doing. He looks even more like a fighting game character and stuff now. Hippopotas, I'm just kind of neutral on Hippopotas. Same with Hippowdon. They do have some of the cooler like female male differences and stuff, but honestly, after Little Jungle Cup and Pokemon Go, Skorupi could go fucking the worst, honestly, because fuck that experience. Every single fight was a Skorupi, man, and like I would try to take stuff that gets listed as a counter for Skorupi, and then it just doesn't work out. Anyway, I'm not gonna rant about that too much. Drapion, I feel like I don't like Drapion nearly as much as Skorupi. In fact, yeah, we'll just leave it like this. Drapion's not as cool as Skorupi, but they're both just kind of there. Croagunk, I like Croagunk. Brock's Croagunk was really cool. Toxicroak, honestly, it's like, I don't think Toxicroak is way cooler than Croagunk, but they're about the same. Carnivine, James's Carnivine was pretty cool. I like them just fine. Finneon, I don't care that much. Lumineon, I'm kind of neutral on, because it looks cool as a fish type, as a water Pokemon. It's cool. Mantike, I'm just like neutral on it. I didn't need it. I didn't need the baby from Mantike. Snover, I'm kind of neutral on, and then Abomasnow, I like, because I also really like using ice teams, and that's pretty much the only way to set up ice for your ice team, so. Plus, he just looks cool enough overall. He's like a Yeti, grass Yeti thing. Mega Abomasnow, a little over designed as far as megas go and stuff. It's okay. It's fine. Weavile, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. I know it, you know it, everybody knows it. S tier. Weavile at S tier always. Like such a cool freaking evolution for Sneasel. Magnezone is like, it's a cool evolution for Magneton. It is a little more original than Magneton was, as far as like all the three like now fused and they melted together and like got this whole weird thing going on. It looks cool. I like the UFO concept. Magneton and Magnemite are here, so Magnezone makes me like them more. So yeah, Magnezone's there. Licky Licky. Licky Licky makes Lickitung a little bit. I mean, Lickitung's already pretty cool. Yeah, I have Lickitung here. Honestly, Licky Licky's about the same as Lickitung, so I'm just gonna stick with that. Rhyperior. Rhydon has always been pretty cool. Where did I put Rhydon? I feel like Rhydon would probably be an A. I'm just trying to remember where I put things. Oh yeah, Rhydon's an A. So Rhyperior, I like Rhyperior as a concept. S tier. Yeah. Rhydon might be, no, Rhydon's not cool. Rhyperior is cool with the freaking rock cannons and shit. So cool. Tangrowth, I don't care. I don't care. Electivire, this is a tier for sure. Where did I put Electabuzz? Probably in like, right? Yep. So yeah, Electivire is quite a bit cooler than Electabuzz, but it's not an easy S tier for me. Same with Magmortar. They're very cool evolutions that they came up with. Very cool updates for those Pokemon. Make them even better. Make them way cooler to be running. But I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't go as far as like, oh, they're S tier for me. They're solid. I definitely do like them a lot. It's just there's 1,000 Pokemon. Some eggs gotta crack, you know. So we got Togekiss. We have Togepi up here, and Togekiss is just fine. It's a good update for Togetic for sure. Because Togetic, I just pretty sure I put the Togetic like down here somewhere. Togetic's just fine, but then Togekiss I like quite a bit better than Togetic. So this list is getting so big, it's like hard to find stuff I've done in the past. Yanmega S tier, easy. I really like Yanma, and then that just made it even better. Like, where is Yanma? Maybe I didn't tier Yanma correctly. I'm sure I did though. It's just, oh, here's Yanma. Yeah, see, like, and then Yanmega is just like way cooler. I like Yanma though. Leafeon, every Eevee evolution, it's like I can't not put them S tier. Eevee evolutions are S. As far as which ones I like the most, well, we'll figure that out once I start tier listing my S tier. Because as you can see, my S tier is like bigger than some of the lowest tiers. Gliscor, again, easy S. This is why I feel like Gen 4 is just like my favorite freaking gen, because it has so many cool standalones that came out in the gen, but then it has like all these really cool freaking updates for Pokemon. And then like even ones that I'm not too keen on, like, you know, Tangrowth and stuff, like they're still okay. It's still cool that like a Pokemon that wasn't getting the greatest amount of use and stuff got an evolution to become more of a usable Pokemon, you know. Porygon Z, again, just a cool update. I would not say S tier, but it's definitely like, I really like it, so A tier. Gallade, S tier. It goes with the rest of the Ralts family, S tier. No ifs, no ands, no buts about that one. Mega Gallade, same thing. Mega Gallade's honestly cooler than Gallade. I like the cape. It's way more committed in like its Zoro vibe. Very cool concept. No, Probopass, I'm I can't be bothered to care. It's a little bit cooler than Nosepass, so we'll bump it up a tier, but just can't be bothered to care. Dusknoir is A tier. I really like Dusknoir. I like it more than Dusclops. It makes Dusclops actually kind of cool to me. Because I think Dusclops is Where did I put Dusclops, bruh? Maybe I put Dusclops up here. Dude, these tier lists, there's so much going on. Where did Dusclops go? Dusclops. I don't even know, man. But Dusknoir is like A tier. I would not put Dusknoir in S tier. There's like never a world really where I'd put them in S tier. Dusclops. I like Duskull. Oh, see, here's Dusclops. That's what I was kind of thinking, leaning towards. I like Duskull more than Dusclops. And then Dusknoir came out and redeemed Dusclops. So, Frostlass, this redeemed the hell out of Snorunt. Really like Snorunt. Not the biggest fan of Glalie. They're just like okay. Frostlass though, perfect. Such a good freaking Pokemon. Really freaking cool. Rotom, I like Rotom. They're cool. All the Rotom forms are also cool. That's why this is on here. This just signifies all the Rotom forms rather than having each of them be their own thing, similar with Unknown. But they're still about the same as Rotom. Uxie, I like Uxie. Mesprit, I like more than Uxie. How do you say that? Uxie, Mesprit, and then Azelf I like more than Uxie? Uxie, I don't know how the heck you would say that. But Azelf is cooler as well. Dialga, I like Dialga. I would probably say... I'd say A tier. Palkia, oh, this one? Dude, I don't know what everybody thinks about these. I am neutral as fudge on the Origin Dialga. I like the altered Dialga from the original release better. It could just be me, but they look clunky and weird to me. I don't know, man. Palkia I like less than Dialga, but it's not less enough that Palkia drops down into there. And then the same with this. I think they're okay, so I'm not gonna put them lower than neutral, but I definitely am not a big fan of them. Like, they're just okay. Heatran, again, I would say just like I'm neutral on him. Regigigas, I'm like, eh. Well, actually, I think I put all the Regis up here, right? Neutral. No, I think I put them here, actually. Yeah. Regigigas can go with the rest of them. It's kind of cool as far as the concept, but it's also like not the most useful as far as PvP and stuff goes. Giratina, I like Giratina. It's probably about the same as these two. Honestly, maybe a little bit more, but it would not be S tier. And then Origin form Giratina, or whatever the heck you want to call this one. It's just the same tier. I like that different form rather than the other forms that came out in Arceus. Cresselia, again, I think it's just about here. I don't hate. Oh, you know what? Cresselia's in like. I don't hate Cresselia, but I wouldn't say I particularly love Cresselia. They're right. Manaphy, I'm just like neutral. Or I mean, Fanny. Fion. The fuck? What the hell is that fake Manaphy's name? I feel like it's Fion, right? Fake Manaphy. Fion. Yeah, it's Fion, whatever. Darkrai. Darkrai, we like Darkrai. We fuck with Darkrai, dude. S tier. Shaman, we like Shaman. Do we like Shaman? I'd say A tier. But then Shaman Skyform, honestly. Oh, I like normal Shaman better. Sue me. Sue me, man. I don't care. I mean, Shaman Skyform's cool enough, but whatever. Arceus, it's just here. I can't be bothered to care too much. And then Victini, same story. This gen had a lot of freaking random legendaries, dude. And they're all cool in their own right, but at the same time, it ends up making it where there's so many of them that they kind of lose their appeal as a legendary in some ways. I don't know. But they're all still like upper tiered, so But overall, that's the list for Gen 4. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Gen 4, how you would tier things, all that good jazz, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, and remember to stay hydrated and gotta catch 'em all.